Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Quentin here, and this is tutorial number 51. And in this tutorial we're going to take a look at styling forms. And by styling forms, I'm not talking about different forms of styling. No. I am talking about how to style our form elements, because we have not done that yet, and that is something we're going to have to look at over the course of the next few tutorials. So, what I've got here is a form, and I've actually populated my form, or given my form a whole bunch of elements before we started, but don't worry, they're not like extreme. It's not going to be extremely difficult for you guys to understand. It's basically just a whole bunch of labels with some input types of text. So it wouldn't take you guys long to copy, but it's also not going to take. I'll also provide a link where you guys can just download the code or something. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at this, and you can see I've started a paragraph tag, and then I've had my label for first name. Then I've also put in my input type of text for my first name, and I ended that paragraph off. And basically you can copy that code and paste it down a few times for each of these fields over here. So we've got one for last name, email, city, address line 1 and address line 2. They're pretty much all the same, just with unique names and unique IDs for each one. Okay, so that's pretty much the end result in the browser. But what we really need to do now is style this so that all these input elements actually appear nice and in line, or nice and lined up next to each other. Right now, seeing them like in this little wave kind of pattern looks kind of untidy and ugly in my opinion. So we're gonna fix that with some styling rules. Now, I've got some labels in this field set over here, this personal info field set, but we also have another field set at the bottom here with hobbies that also has labels for the checkboxes. And I don't want to accidentally style any of these labels for the checkboxes, because as you can see, the checkboxes all seem to look just fine. So we're going to go back over to our Notepad++ over here, and I'm going to grab this field set that has the legend of personal info, and I'm just going to give this a class. So class of personal underscore info, and we might as well just copy that now, save this, go over to CSS and select that class. Now, I don't actually want to select this class, but what I do want to select is all the labels inside of the field set with this class. And to do that, we can go ahead now and just leave a space over here and type in the word label, and that's going to select all the label elements inside of this personal info class. Okay, and what we're going to do here is just give each one of those labels a fixed width, and I'm also going to float them to the left. So float left, and I'll give it a width of 100 pixels. Okay, and what this should do is make all of these labels the same width. So when I click refresh, you can see all of our labels now have the same width, which means that all of these input text boxes over here all appear in line. So you know, they're all nice and lined up. It looks a lot more tidy. And something else we could do here is just give this a margin, or even align our text to the right. Now, I prefer having my text aligned to the left. I think this looks good just the way it is, but some people like to go text align right, and I'll show you what effect this gives you. But it basically means that all of the labels appear next to our elements, and then you've got this wide open space over here, which I prefer to have it actually aligned to the left, and then you don't have that wide open space. But if you're ever going to align your labels to the right like this, you might want to just give yourself a margin as well. So margin right, and we might just give that a margin of 10 pixels just to add that extra little bit of space. So when I click refresh, we now have that space over there. Okay, but like I said, I prefer having my text aligned on the left. It just, for me, in my opinion, looks better that way. And something else we could do here is maybe just go over to our CSS file and select all of our field sets and just make them a little bit thinner, as it were, because right now, if we take a look at this, our field sets take up the entire width of the browser, but our data inside of here, I'd say, isn't even wider than 300 pixels, 320 pixels. So we might as well go over to our field sets and then just give these a width of 320 pixels, and that should make the actual field sets just a lot smaller. And in fact, it could probably be even smaller than that. So let's make it 300, and you know, that probably looks a lot better now. Just you know, just so that we don't have any of that like really unnecessary space all along the side. Okay, and obviously you would put this these field sets or this form inside of another element that you could use to center it in the middle of the page or something like that. But I have already made a tutorial on that, so if you guys want to learn how to do that, look back to the previous tutorials and you will see how to center parts of your web page. Okay, something else we could do if we really decided or deemed it necessary is to give our field sets some background color. So background color, and we could get a very light blue color. So I've got this file over here, or this color over here. I actually had to pause and just go over to Photoshop and select a color. And when we go over to Firefox now and click refresh, we have this really light blue background, and that can probably help you guys just to create a different look between the background of the normal website and the background of your form. And obviously something else we could do that might improve this a little bit more is to actually make our header or our field set legend bolded. So we can grab all of the legends inside of our field set by typing field set legend like that, and then we can go ahead and just say font weight bold, and that should bold the actual characters. So it definitely looks a little bit better bolded, although it is kind of weird having half of it appear on the white and half of it appear on the blue. So maybe changing the background color wasn't such a great idea after all. We can go ahead and maybe actually get rid of that background color then, and actually see what this looks like. It's probably going to look so much better. Yeah, okay. So that's all I have for you guys in this video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment, like, or share this video. It's really going to help my channel grow, and I will see you guys in the next one.